Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. Today, I'm joined by Aussie Gooner and Mr. Mo. And what we're going to be talking about is all the transfers. Declan Rice, which you might have heard on other streams, but we'll go talk about it more in depth with, as we have had Mr. Gooner here, talk about it in the last, week and a half with us, you could say. So he's been on this journey. You could, along the lines, his thoughts, you could say he's had a bit of a meltdown, a little touch. He's had some high rises when it's, Arsenal's putting a new bid. More than that, Caicedo as well. People don't know this, that Chelsea are set to talk with Brighton in the next 24 to 48 hours, alongside Onana and Manchester United. Liverpool set to Szoboszlai, about to hijack Newcastle for that one. And then Man City thought, you know what? We'll take one of their other targets, Gabri, Veiga. Why not? I'll big up yourselves. Mo, you can take the limelight as you usually do because this is your favorite spot in the show, and I'll take my place down. Wait, whoa. Up here. Yeah, there we go. Big up everyone that's here. Make sure you smash the like button. What are you saying, Mo?
Make sure to hit that like button. I was muted. Was I? Anyway, okay, so the energy is gone. I just woke up. I had 2 games of football last night, back to back. Yeah. And it's Happy Eid. So Happy Eid to everybody that is celebrating Eid. Kull aam wa antum bikhair. So Eid Mubarak to everybody here. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're eating a lot of meat. And I hope you're enjoying your rice with it. If you're a Guna. So yeah, the rice with the meat there.
Eid Mabruk to all the Arsenal fans.
How I did that.
Wait, what are we talking? Basmati or long grain?
Basmati.
I think that's the Culrose rice with the meat, though. You eat the Culrose rice with the meat. You put that salsa on it, that red thing. Oh my God, my wife! I can't wait for my wife to make me that tonight. Oof.
Must be nice. Must be nice to have a wife. Must be nice.
It's good.
Yeah, I can tell. Mashallah, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, but Aussie, what's going on? Buzzing. Look at his face. This guy's a different guy from a couple of days ago. He's like, smile is here. I'm happy.
It's all hunky dory.
Not cussing, not screaming, not yelling, just happy.
Just happy. I'm forever blowing bubbles, guys. You know what I mean? I got Manchester City saying, you know what? It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Arsenal just have at him. West Ham have got nothing else to fucking go for but Arsenal's fucking bid. And to be honest, now it's just about trying to figure out the structure. And Declan Rice is as close as can be to being an Arsenal fucking player. I'm expecting it in the next 2 days, man. And you know what? It's a fucking great signing from Arsenal. It is. It's big for Arsenal at the moment.
Yes.
It's massive, man. It's massive.
Do you think that affects the rest of the market at all? Not negative, but because of what I heard yesterday before I went to bed, it was early in the morning. They said that West Ham wanna negotiate the restructure of the bid. Do you think you paying a little bit up top? Did that make you a little bit worried, or you're not worried at all? You think that Edo guy can get it done? You want Lavia, we're gonna go get Lavia. You want Timber, we're gonna go get Timber.
Well, I'm not worried about the restructure because there's also going to be player sales here. So we know that Granit Xhaka is on his way. We know that Thomas Partey is on his way. We know Rob Holding is out the door.
Are they?
We know that's. Huh?
Yeah. I don't think you're going to let Partey or Xhaka go.
I think
yesterday.
I think Partey. If we can't get the right money for Partey, we'll probably hold on to him. But yeah. I don't think if we get the right money for him, I reckon he's out. And it's not because he's a crap player, isn't that? But I think it's come to the point where Arsenal have looked and said we have to move on. I want to keep Partey, to be perfectly honest. But we've got players like Sambi Lokonga. We've got players like Kieran Tierney that's looking like he's going to go out the door. And I'm looking 45 million for Kieran Tierney all day. I'm looking at Rob Holding going out the door. I'm looking at Lokonga. These are all sales that Arsenal can make to hopefully allow us to spend a little bit more in this transfer market. It's all about 220 million plus what we can sell. And hey, we got Balogun that's gone. Balogun's going to be up for sale. There's some coin. And if Nketiah goes as well, you can add that to the mix as well. There's some coin to be had here. You know what I mean? So as an Arsenal fan at the moment, I look at this signing, not the Kai Havertz signing, but I look at this signing as a decent move for Arsenal in the right direction. Whereas in other seasons, other times, we'd always see Arsenal just kind of, drop back. We'll go for the second fiddle player, our plan B. Looks like we're going in for plan A. You know what I mean? It's the right move to make. I think it's a lot of money, but it's the right move to make.
Before we talk about the Declan Rice and the deals, because it's not fully done yet. They're still talking on the structure and getting something done. You just said Kieran Tierney for 45 million.
Yes.
So 45 million for Kieran Tierney.
Pound. Yes.
What? Pounds? Even pounds, not even euros. Wow. Not 45 million Australian dollars or nothing like that. Pounds.
No, pounds.
So you just got Rice and now you're demanding all that for someone that's injury prone, yeah?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, last season he wasn't too bad. I mean, he come off the bench.
Nah, you can't, come on, man. 40 million. 40 million. He's worth about 30 million. Let's be honest.
Nah, no way.
I'm gonna tell you something. Kieran Tierney at the end, the right move for him is going to Newcastle. However, Arsenal strengthening a direct rival, because now, believe it or not, Newcastle are a direct rival. Yes. I don't think Arsenal should sell Kieran Tierney to Newcastle at all. Outside the country, you just go sell him somewhere else, or you sell him to a lower half of the table team. Celtic. Is he gonna go? I don't think so. It's not up to him how many years of the contract he's left. I think
2027, 2026, isn't it?
So yeah,
a long contract.
So I don't think Arsenal should sell that to Newcastle. Listen, Newcastle are up and rising. They're signing superstars. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't sell him to Newcastle. But we're not here to talk about Kieran Tierney. There was interest, as far as I know, but that was earlier. But I don't think even for like expensive money for 40 million, if he goes there and he bangs, Arsenal are gonna say, okay, we really strengthen.
I reckon he stays. There's no point. You get rid of Tavares and get rid of him, or Tavares.
Yeah. Tavares is another player that's got to go. Yeah.
I don't understand why you'd want to sell him anyways. If he's not injury prone, like I could be wrong, by the way. He could have a great number of games under his belt. It's a bit like the James Maddison thing, right? Like he's not. He played like 32 games, so just keep him. Different type of left back as well, and I think he's solid.
I'm just saying that Arsenal have options, so they have players that they can move on. I wouldn't want a Kieran Tierney to leave. I want to have depth. I want to have a player who can come in and be just a left back. But I'm just saying that Arsenal do have, options when it comes to generating a bit more cash and being able to continue sort of this trait. Now, I don't think the signings. I think it'll be one more decent midfielder, and then after that, the players that we are going to be getting are going to be up and comers. I don't expect us to go in there and start banging for fucking top-notch players, but I think it's going to be two decent quality midfielders. So Declan Rice one and one more, and then after that, it's going to be top up, because we've also got Timber coming in as well, and that's not on the cheap either. That's around the 45 mil mark as well.
That's crazy. So your other midfielder that you're expected to chase is obviously, but again, before we get into Declan Rice, let's just talk Arsenal news. Lavia. Yeah. But then you've seen Liverpool also in for Lavia, and now they're in for another midfielder. So maybe even Liverpool in for two potential midfielders, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
we could be battling them. We could be battling for him. Yes.
It's looking
but
good.
If you're Lavia, you're looking at Arsenal's midfield: Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, fuck my life, Kai Havertz, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, fuck, mate, I just can't do it with him. Anyway,
we literally had a deep, I'm not sure if you watched yesterday's show. We had an actual deep discussion, dissected actual Arsenal. How do you go from here if they assuming that they're going to get Declan Rice? What does Havertz add? We can have a talk after the window's done, but I think I really thought about it, and I thought if Kai Havertz can give you 15, 20 games, it's not going to be a bad signing as long as it doesn't affect the other targets that you have. He's expensive, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You already paid the money, so it doesn't matter from now. I'm not gonna just sit here and say, yeah, it's a terrible It's a terrible signing for the money you paid. Can Arteta revive his career? I don't think so, to be honest. But again, the money is paid, so it is what it is.
We just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I think letting go Partey is better than letting go someone like Xhaka. I think you got to let Partey go. You got to let Arsenal Football Club revive away from the allegations and everything surrounding his name. Keeping Xhaka, though, I think keeps the team a little bit more grounded, because I think he's more of a captain. I think the experience is good. He's just come off an amazing season, and I know he's got like 1 year left in his contract, I think. So I would say Xhaka, because it's just the image. Again, it's just the image, and I think you could someone like you think of who's a like for Partey, and I wouldn't say Declan Rice is too far off of him anyways in ability. You know what I mean? So you could work that way, keeping Jorginho, but I'll still go get a Lavia. There's someone that can learn, you know? That's just the way I look at it. Like Partey was extremely vital to the way you play, right? But I think someone can slot in there and do that job for you as well. But it's just for the image itself. It's a bit like Mason Greenwood from Man United. The image is so important, especially going further forward in life. You have to just get rid of it. It's just the way one of them has to stay, like regardless. That's what I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something crazy. I'm going off last season, replacing someone like Xhaka's season of the one that he just played. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. So you selling him for 15 million doesn't make any sense. He scored 7 goals and had 7 assists and also contributed defensively. How many 8s you see in the world now that can score 7 goals and get that many assists, but also contribute to your defensive midfielder?
Maybe Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, not
how much? No, Milinkovic-Savic,
50 million
by
euro.
the way,
50 million euro.
Cass will tell you that Milinkovic-Savic does not contribute defensively as much
defensively,
as not at all, not as Xhaka. You cannot rely on Milinkovic-Savic to track back and run and get a block in the 18. You can't do that. So from what I saw in Xhaka last, he played 37 games, guys, in the Premier League. I think for 15 million, it's not worth it. Keep him, even if he runs out of contract. It's not, because that 15 million you're gonna get, there is no way you're going to be able to replace that guy. But Thomas Partey is worth more. If you sell Thomas Partey for 30, put 10, go get Lavia, 40 million. This is just...
I agree with you. I completely agree with you, Mo. But the problem you have with Xhaka here is the talks behind the scene is apparently that there has been talks that he was going to move on, and it's apparently been agreed that Arsenal are going to allow him to move on. I don't think Arsenal want to get rid of him. I would like to keep Xhaka. I don't have anything keeping Xhaka, but he wants to go. And the discussions behind the scenes have been, we will allow you to move on. Okay. That's what it is.
I had no idea. I didn't know that he wants to go.
He wants to go. And that's this. And for me, I look and I think, look, to have Granit Xhaka come off the bench, play cup games, play some Premier League games, I'd be stoked to keep
Actually,
him.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have 1 year only. The club has an option to renew him for another year.
Of course, but if you have a player that you've agreed that you're allowed to move on, then it's like,
so why
come
do you
on,
think
what are we
he wants
doing?
To go?
Mate, does he want to go? Is it, I want to move back to Germany? Maybe it's a family thing. Maybe the family wants Germany again. Maybe he wants to leave Arsenal on a high since it was low and now we've hit a high. This is a good way for me to go bow out as a favorite. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
But I don't think there is any player that can replace him on that left side. The only player that I think that in Arteta's system that maybe can do a job is Hakan Çalhanoğlu from Inter. The guy and he can play free kicks.
No, I think, in that style, okay, I hear you.
Yeah, he can get, because he's very good in free kicks and set pieces, which is something I'm not sure if Odegaard is the same.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
And he played, by the way, he played a lone 6 for 2 months when Brozovic was injured. Turkish international as well, very strong. Yeah, he didn't have a great final, but I've seen him in this season, and he's a very, very good player. And he's not expensive.
You got to give him the flowers.
I don't think he's gonna go for more than like 25 million euros or 30 million euros.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that's going to be the case. I'm gonna differ. Yeah, I'm gonna differ.
I like cheap.
And you're gonna like this. I think Smith Rowe could do that job in his whole career. I don't like. Look, you're a 10, yeah.
He's a 10, bruv. He's a 10. He's a 10 all day. He's a 10.
People say I think he could be used as a shadow striker or an 8, not a 10. When I say as a 10, that means back to goal. I don't like. There's certain. It's like putting Bruno in a 10. His back to goal vision and his whole surroundings. It's not it. Smith Rowe, when he's got space to look at in front of him and drive, is when I've seen personally Smith Rowe drive and do some good things.
Off the left wing.
Yeah, off the left. So this is what I'm saying, off the left wing. Now, when you think about how Xhaka plays, where do you always see him, by the way?
Outside of Zinchenko.
Thank you. And I think Smith Rowe has got the run and engine about him to do so. So off the left side, I think Smith Rowe can do that job if needed, by the way. Not starting, if needed. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we go off that, it can work. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. It can work. I'm not saying it is going to, but I think he's a good option. And I think he deserves a chance because the reason why is because when he came off before his injury and in his growth spurt and everything else like that, he was playing good football. And you can't deny it. He was one of Arsenal's better players. And he hasn't played football in a long time, by the way. And I know
Injuries.
that's a whole different ball game. But I think he deserves a go. Even if he's like a 6th choice midfielder or something, he deserves something, I think, because there's something there. I wouldn't say he's amazing because like up there, and Arsenal quality, Arsenal want right up top quality notch. I think he deserves. I think he's better than Havertz. Let's put it like that. He scored more goals than Havertz in one season than he's ever done in 2. Let's be honest.
But I think Fabio Vieira is a player that's going to be going out on loan. And I think that's going to open up the door for Smith Rowe to come in for an Odegaard. I do believe that Smith Rowe is going to be coming in more for Odegaard than he is going to be coming in for Martinelli. But you can change it up. When you put Trossard in as a false 9, you could put ESR on the left. There are options there for Emil Smith Rowe. But I think once Fabio Vieira is put out on the loan, that's when the doors are going to open from ESR. Look, there's only good things to happen from ESR. What I want from ESR this season, though, is an injury-free season. I don't want liabilities at Arsenal. It's like, oh, he's a wonderful player, Jack Wilshere. Yeah. Abu Diaby, wonderful player. Yeah. Aaron Ramsey, wonderful player. Yeah. The list goes on and on. Great potential, but injuries. I can't have that. We can't afford to have those kind of players. So if ESR can stay fit this season, then it could be wonderful for Arsenal, whether they keep him or sell him.
Where do you see Rice? Where do you see Rice play? Mainly you watching Rice in the last with the England team and with West Ham. Where do you want to see Rice? Forget what Arteta's going to do. Where do you want to see Rice play?
I wanted to see Rice. I wanted actually Rice to fit in as an 8. But now
left side.
Yeah, but he's thinking about what he thinks is going to happen in the team itself if they are to lose both Partey and Xhaka, right?
Yeah. If you lose both, I think you're going to get a DM.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the next move will be for a DM. I want Declan Rice to hold in as a number 8. I think it'll be better suited to him. He can play CDM. We've seen it, but I just think he's more of an 8 than a 6. And I think at Arsenal, we're going to be able to show that with the quality around him. It's going to allow him to go a bit more forward, allow him to be outside the box for a shot. But even as a 6 at Arsenal, we've seen Thomas Partey come in, header, shots from outside the box, shots from inside the box. I think the number 6 and the number 8 role at Arsenal are very different than from any other team. I mean, apart from Manchester City previous seasons. So I would like to see him as an 8 and we go for another CDM. I do believe that Arteta will play him as a 6-back.
Yeah.
That's just what I think.
Yeah. Super chat here from Michael Leon. This is my new favorite show. Thank you so much. This is what makes us and keeps us going daily here twice. These comments, it just makes our day. You don't know how much this affects us. But guys, how many likes are we on? 120, 140, and we are almost 800 people here. So can you at least get us to 300? Guys, please, the likes makes a difference in our lives, right? The like, it looks like this, it's free. And also check out Ossie Guna's channel in the description. It's the first one in the description. Give him a sub. Great content, a lot of swearing and a lot of energy there. It's fantastic.
The rated R content creator. I try to hold back on these channels for this lot, because it's all love, love, love.
Don't have your kids next to you. Don't have your kids when you watch him. Don't have your kids next to you.
Have your kids next to you because it's going to be like reality. You know what I mean? Like out in the real world, we all know what it's about. You take them to football. It's not like, oh, I can't believe what the hell just happened. It's like, I can't believe that. I won't do it, but you know what? You know what I mean?
Avikis, tell me one positive thing about Chelsea. You just signed a good striker from Brazil. Hey, Chelsea looking for cheap options. Chelsea are not going for the £100 million players, which is fantastic. Now we can talk about a project. Now you signed the expensive ones. Go get the Julian Alvarez from Brazil. Go do that, which is good for Chelsea. So yeah, yay.
Oh God. Anyways, Ossie still hasn't said where he sees Declan Rice, where he's going to fit.
He's like, I said that maybe here, maybe there.
Oh, come on. Look, it's not maybes, babies. Look, he will be played as a 6 under Arteta's fucking, reign. I believe he would be better used as an 8, though. In my opinion, Declan Rice is perfect box to box for Arsenal. But when I see Kai Havertz come in, it all goes up in the air, guys. I think our formation is going to change now. and I would love to know what it's going to be. But it's all surprises. It's all giggles and laughs between Edu and Arteta right now. But I'm telling you now,
he's gonna copy Pep, bro.
Because the type of football we're playing, let's be honest, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. The kind of football that Arsenal are playing is like a carbon copy of friggin' City. Previous seasons with possession, with Zinchenko cutting in, it is a carbon copy. So now when I see the changes that we're making, when I've seen Kai Havertz come in, I'm seeing Declan Rice come in, we're changing things up, boys. It's gonna be a fun time as an Arsenal fan, or it could be horrible. First 2 games and we fall on our faces. Who knows?
What did I say now, Mo? Again, what did I say? I said good things.
Do you?
What is wrong with people?
Anyway. You're the villain. You got to embrace this for the next couple. It happens to me. You have to do this. You just got to get through it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So, what else? So, I think, in my opinion, Declan Rice, based on what I think, is gonna play next to a DM.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Next to a DM. Can you believe that?
I think so as well. Yeah.
In England, he played next to Calvin Phillips. If you guys remember the last Euros, it was Calvin Phillips next to Declan Rice, and it worked really well for you. So for England, and I think it's gonna be the same. It might be, but because why would you sign Kai Havertz and put him on the bench? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
That guy's going on the bench, whether you like it or not. He's going on the bench. I
don't even want him on a bench. I want him as an ornament on a bonnet.
He's got the face structure, to be fair, for it,
On a Kia. Put Kai Havertz on a Kia, the new model.
Yeah, I think so as well. But moving on, Liverpool Football Club finally want to make some moves. There's someone else that they're in for, which is your guy, man like Lavia, Romeo Lavia. But not just that, today came out that they are targeting Szoboszlai. Now, that's a big signing, if so. I'm not too sure on his fee. I'm going to double check that again. But I can't see Liverpool paying more than 50 million for this guy. I don't think he's going to cost more than that either. Now, this is Newcastle's target. They've been targeting this guy after Tonali. Tonali's going to be announced probably in a few days, maybe on Monday, I'd say. Maybe on Saturday, Sunday. But Szoboszlai, how great? Does anyone know anything about this guy? Because I do, personally.
I know he lost 7-0 for Manchester City. That's what I know.
Yeah, but it's only Gvardiol. But look, they're still going to get him.
It's just a joke. That's what I know.
They rejected Arsenal.
I can already tell.
We're just getting information here. It's what we know.
Rejected Arsenal last season.
Rejected Arsenal. It's what it is, bro. Anyway, he's a fantastic. To be honest with you, I'm looking at his stats, which is very strange. This is the most consistent player I've seen in my life. He played 31 games in both seasons, scored 6 goals in both seasons, had 8 assists in both seasons. Ridiculous. How can he be so consistent? I think he's a box-to-box midfielder, likes to play behind the striker as well, likes to contribute to the attack. He played behind Nkunku, if I'm not mistaken. Big guy, though. Big guy. Strong, big strength. Is that technical? I think he's technical more than just energy. That's what I saw from him when he was playing. He has a lot of, he runs, but also he's very, very technical. How much is he going to cost? I don't know.
60 to 70 million, I think.
70 million pounds.
I think they want 60 to 70 million. Yeah.
Euro. Pounds or euro?
Pounds.
Absolutely ridiculous.
If I remember last week, Newcastle refusing to go above the 60 million pounds or stretch it for him, as far as I knew. But I think it's 70 million euros. I'm pretty sure it's around the 60 to 65 million pound mark. So that's the way I'm looking at it. That's what Liverpool are gonna have to pay. So, and I think if you want someone that's a little bit more established, someone with a bit of experience, yeah, man, that's probably the guy that you can go for. Next to someone like McAllister, someone that's got the legs, the engine, it makes total sense, right? I think he'd be perfect for Liverpool. Again, I want to say this to people that are listening. You got to remember, Klopp doesn't not need top star signing midfielders. He just needs very good midfielders, ones that can play 2 directions, play to tactics of what he wants. And it's a very simple job. Run your socks off and give me your all. And obviously ability comes into play with it. He will probably play on the right hand side because that's where he's more favored. If you ever watch him for Leipzig, even watch him for Hungary as well, he's always playing on that right hand side, just a little bit more to the right. So it's a perfect replacement for whoever well, you could say Jordan Henderson. He'd probably do the Jordan Henderson role, I would say, and he could do a lot of covering. I don't think that's where they're going to stop either. I just, if they do go in for this guy, I just don't see Liverpool stopping, because why would you stop? You need a DM, right? He's not a DM. So this might give a good indication to Liverpool that they want 3 midfielders and not 2.
Yeah.
What they need.
So can we? There's 2 super chats from Hit here. I know Hit 44. They're not related. I don't want to go to the other side with Sancho, Kuka, Arsenal, or City. I'm gonna let Cass answer that quick. Because I don't think we're gonna talk about Sancho at all today.
Yeah, City would. It's his type of football. But then again, the way they play, maybe not. Actually, right now, I'm thinking of the way City used to play, not the one that is currently there. I don't think he probably maybe that Bernardo Silva on the right hand side potentially could thrive. Arsenal, the way they play, he wouldn't. But right now, I think he needs attacking, progressive football to suit the way he wants.
The Chelsea, we're going to talk about Chelsea. We're going to talk about Caicedo in a bit. Just stay with us, bear with us. We're going to talk about Caicedo. Just now we're in Liverpool. So Michael, big up Michael, was our guest a couple of days ago. Big up Michael. He say Szoboszlai would be perfect on the right center mid, but FSG won't pay that 70 million. One of the best free kick takers in the world. Michael, you tell us. You watch way more of him than us. So yeah, I believe Michael if he says that. Yeah, but do we really think Liverpool are paying 70 million? I doubt it. I absolutely
but you mean
doubt
euros?
that.
60 million, maybe 60 million.
But if you don't want to pay 40 for Kone, do you think we're going to pay 60? I hope he goes to Liverpool because I want Liverpool to get stronger. As well.
But remember, like, I know the fee's heavy, but people remember, like, forget. Look at the way they structured for Cody Gakpo. They paid like 9 million, 8 million up front. Like it might be the same thing with Leipzig. Has no one ever taken that into account potentially?
It's a possibility, but our Leipzig are going to be happy with dribs and drabs for the sale of Szoboszlai. They're going to need to replace him as well. And if they do get away with it, if Liverpool can get away with that sort of a structure, they're laughing. But I doubt it very much. And they're going to need to spend some decent coin when it comes to a DM as well. They're rebuilding their midfield, which is a must. But I understand the FSG point. They can be a bit, you know what I mean?
I understand that part, but doesn't he? I think I just read someone. He's got a release clause for 70 that ends at the 30th of June. Then they can negotiate for a fee.
Yeah, if he wants to go, he maybe.
Would you not just pay the? Would you rather not just put the? Would you rather just put the release clause fee down, or do you reckon you can maybe get him for cheaper after that?
No, they can negotiate for cheaper, especially if the player is keen on the move. 100%. They can definitely get him cheaper if the player is keen on the move. Like his contract, and also he has only 2 years left on his contract. So 2 years, no, 3 years. Sorry, 3 years. 3 years. I'm sorry.
Oh, 3. Well, then that's different.
2026. So now it's difficult. However, RB Leipzig wouldn't mind that. RB Leipzig, they're content with Champions League. They try every now and then to push for the league, but it doesn't matter. But for me, if Nkunku in for 50 million, which is he's the superstar for that,
Gvardiol for 80 odd million.
Yeah, Gvardiol is a different story because of the World Cup. I remember that. Gvardiol is a different story because he was a superstar at the World Cup for Croatia. So I think Hungarian, not a lot of marketability there. Put that in your mind.
But he's young. What's he like, 23?
22.
23? 22? He's young.
He's a big guy. But to be honest,
almost 2 meters.
50 million would be decent for him. That's what I think. 50 million would be decent.
If we're going to throw 50 million towards, let's say, Kefren Turam, he's going to be in the same boat. Yeah. It's the same, roughly the same age bracket.
But he has more experience than Kefren Turam. Way more, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's 50 million these days? I'm seeing my club still linked to Mason Mount for that sort of money.
Yeah, coming from a Bundesliga is different. But anyway, I think he's going to be great for Liverpool. That's the business that I was saying that Liverpool needs to do. This is an established 22 years old. He has potential to improve, but he's already established. I'm not be hating on him now. See, you guys are like idiots in the chat. Why is someone saying I just propped the guy and I said this is the signing that I was hoping Liverpool will do. Signing like someone established, not a young guy that I don't know if he's going to be good or not. This guy already played Champions League. In the Bundesliga, he's great, played against Bayern Munich. So I think this is the signing that Liverpool need to go for. The McAllisters, the Szoboszlai, even now you're interested in Barella. You get these guys, you are right away competitive. I don't need to wait. I know that you're competitive. You get Kifran Turam, you get Kony. I'm not sure. Are they going to live up to the hype? But I know this guy. I watched this guy a couple of times. He is good. He is good.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's got great potential for sure.
No, not everybody's an idiot, but some people are just assuming that I'm going to hate on him. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You're just negative, Mo. You're just negative, mate. You're just so negative.
Why am
and you're
negative?
late, and you show up late to these streams. Like, I don't know, mate.
You know what it is? His head went twice. His head went twice yesterday. Yeah, and today he's just woke up. To be fair, so can't blame him. Head loss in it. Head loss Mo.
Headless Mo.
Yeah, I Chelsea fans are going to be excited for this one. Not for me. I hate it at the moment, but you're set to talk with Brighton in the next 24 to 48 hours, according to Fabrizio for Moises Caicedo. And who knows what fee this is going to be, because it's got, have they not just put a ban on his lengthy contracts as well, that like 8-year contracts? So whatever money is going to be part of front, and what they want is me basically taking an L, because this is a guy I want, right? This is awful. No, I need Chelsea to fail now. I need Chelsea to fail. I need them to fail. I don't know how much they're going to cost. I really don't know. Like, Brighton are so confusing, right? One moment I'm seeing 120 from the chairman, then I'm still seeing 80 million from the journalists, and then it will change another day to like 100 million. And now think of it like this: they just seen Declan Rice potentially go for 105 million pounds. How much do you reckon they're going to demand for Caicedo?
Yeah, but Caicedo, let's be honest. How many decent seasons has he had? He's a great player. He's highly rated.
Yeah. But
what are you gonna? You have one really good season. It's like now he's worth 100 million.
But that's the way it goes.
I wouldn't be so. The 80, 85 million I can understand, sort of. Even then, it's a bit. I can understand it because of the market. But if you're going to push for 100 million, look, if Brighton can get 100 million for Caicedo, fucking good on him. Big move.
You got to think, Cucurella left back, he had one good season for them, or 1.5 decent season for them, and he went for 60 million. Like, if anyone's going to pay the money, it's going to be Chelsea Football Club, right? As we currently stands. I'm seeing a lot of 10s and all this kind of stuff.
How much, Cass?
Well, we don't know. We don't actually know. Like, I've seen a lot of different valuations, right? Like I said, the chairman said he's worth 120. The reports say that he's about 80 million, and then other reports say he's worth 90 to 100 million, like, and all this. So no one really knows. And when you think of
what's a good price for you then?
How much is he realistically worth?
Yes, you. If you're going to be happy with what?
He's realistically worth up to 70 million, if we're being totally honest with ourselves. One good season.
Based on the Declan Rice.
But based off this season and how it's stupid transfer. It's not about how I value him. Of course, I think Brighton are going to wait for about 90 million for this guy. They just saw Declan Rice, who they might think Caicedo is worth more than, you know. They might think, yeah, but he's a better player than him. That's their valuation of him. They just lost what's his name, McAllister, for 35. We ain't seen any other outgoings. They're going to want to make some money so they can maybe invest it. That's the way I look at it.
Caicedo. I think he's one of the best players in the midfield this season, like just in general, right? But I'm looking at it and I'm saying, if I'm Chelsea, I'm looking and see, will he work as Bissouma? Is it going to be like a Bissouma transfer? Is it too much risk, or isn't it? One season, as you said, Kaz, he's a fantastic player, absolutely great. And the World Cup, he was fantastic as well. But would you pay 100 for someone that has played only 1.5 seasons? Isn't that too much money? Like, listen, how many international games does Declan Rice have? Like, probably like 30 plus.
Yeah, and they don't need to sell. And you got to think about it. They don't need to sell either. The only way they need to sell is because they promised him. It's based off a promise.
Yes, I think he deserves to play Champions League football. Chelsea aren't going to play Champions League football this year, but I really think that Chelsea, if they get this guy and they get another striker and a goalkeeper, they can definitely play Champions League football the year after. Brighton, are they going to move forward? I don't know, because everybody's strengthened. But Caicedo to Chelsea, if that happens, I'm going to consider Chelsea right away improving. Next to Enzo, man, this is going to be crazy. I love to see it, to be honest. I want to see Enzo and Caicedo, just for footballing wise.
Very similar to what Liverpool wanting to do. Get a DM, let's say Lavia, get Szoboszlai box to box, and then they get their controller in like McAllister, right? You got Enzo, your controller, you got Nkunku, your box. You could say further forward, kind of 8-10 maybe, and then you got Caicedo, your DM to do that job. It's a very balanced midfield. But I just got a feeling Brighton will not let go of this Levi Colwill thing, and they're going to test Chelsea's resolve about it. That's the way I look at it, because they've been in for him before. They rejected him 2 bids before. They want this guy.
They have only 4 centre backs. They can't let Colwill go. So they have Badiashile, they have Thiago Silva, they have Fofana and Colwill. They don't have any.
They got Chalobah as well.
I think Chalobah, they're looking to loan him to Inter as well.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that until they sort out this future. See, Brighton are not idiots, right? Brighton now have a lot of, like, the ball is in their court at the end of the day. And I think Colwill would want the first team minutes. He's in Europa League. Brighton are a good squad. They play good football. He knows he'll get another move. And maybe Levi wants to stay at Chelsea and prove his worth and say, I'm better than this guy. But right now in the pecking order, he's not at first team centre back.
But the thing about Colwill is I think their starting centre backs when the season progresses is going to be Colwill and Badiashile.
I don't think so. They're both left-footed. They're both left-footed.
Is Colwill left-footed?
Yeah.
I thought he's right-footed.
No, I'm pretty sure he's left-footed.
Sure? Okay. If you say
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. If not,
I'm not. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just based on an image, a memory for me. So
I'm pretty sure he played on the left-hand side for Brighton. I'm so sure he did. Or I might be wrong though. Let me check. Let me check that.
No, he's left-footed. He's left-footed. You're right. You're 100% correct. So Colwill is left-footed. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's left-footed. Yeah, he's left-footed. So they wouldn't have Badiashile and him. They'll be playing for their spot. So
so maybe sell Colwill for like 40 million. That's a decent price for him.
It's going to be Fofana and Badiashile. That's balanced. That's balanced.
Depending on how Fofana plays, because Fofana played like in the last season, and when he came back from injury, but he wasn't great.
Let me go through some of the super chats, guys. If you're here, make sure you smash the like button. By the way, last time I checked, Aussie Guna was on 428 subscribers. Can you get that up to 440? Just go check him out and then come back afterwards. It's links in the description. You guys know where the description is by now, I'm pretty sure. But for ones that don't know, just turn your phone up, or if you're on your PC, just click more and it's going to be there. You're going to have to exit the chat and then come back if you don't mind. Much appreciated if you like the way he talks. LJ Brown says, Cass, what's the update on the takeover? I know as much as you, my guy. That's it. That's the update, I would say. I don't really know anything further than that. I don't know what the holdup is. I have zero idea, unfortunately.
The Glazers that are holding it up, mate.
Yeah, that's of course it is.
That's what it is, bruv. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. Niak here says Caicedo match with Enzo potentially devastating. Plus, people forget Santos is coming in, and he's also a top young number 6. It'd be there. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. It says midfielders was always the biggest CFC issue in my opinion. Plus striker, to be fair, you couldn't score a goal to save your life. And then Don here says Cole ain't going anywhere. He's in our plans. Yeah, I know he's in your plans, but this is where negotiation comes into play, right? How much?
Don, do you think we can loan him out again? Do you think is that an option? Is that an option to loan him out again for a year for him to get some decent football, regular football?
When you think about it, Chelsea are playing 1 game per week, right? And they're playing some obviously games. There's not a lot of room of other games that he can really play in. When you logically think about it, you're gonna have a lot of 11, a lot of your starting 11, right? If you loan him out at least and get a deal with Caicedo, it's like, cool, go get your football, go play some Europa League. That's good experience, because if they get back into the Champions League, he's going to be more ready. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a crazy idea.
Maybe Pochettino might like him more than Badiashile. We ain't even had that conversation yet. He might actually just prefer him more than Badiashile himself. But when you think about it, Colwill's had more Premier League experience than Badiashile.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right, 100%.
Exactly.
So
how about a good shot, but he's decent.
How about
that's the problem?
How about loan him to someone like Leipzig to replace what's his name? Gavardio. Get some decent football, play Champions League, go there. They play progressive football. They aren't that bad.
Wait, Mo. You talk about Colwill?
Yeah, why not?
No, if they're gonna keep it, they've already said they want to keep him in their plans. So if he's gonna go somewhere, the only way
he said 1 year.
It's a loan.
Yeah, but one direct. If they're in his plans, that means they want to keep him. They already said they want to keep him, right?
Yeah.
If he's gonna only go in one direction, it's because of this Caicedo deal, potentially. By the way, potentially. So it's only one direction he's gonna be. It's either you're in the squad or you might go another year on loan. That's the way it's gonna be.
That's what I mean. He goes to Leipzig 1 year for loan to get game time.
That wouldn't make no sense
on the bench.
That wouldn't make no sense. Not for what we know from what Chelsea want. I can't see it.
Because yeah, maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I just personally just can't see it. Wait, whoa. Let me. No, one sec. Sorry, we're gonna talk on this in a second.
What's happened?
Breaking
news.
No, it's probably. I bet it's recycled. What I knew yesterday. Manchester United and Chelsea are set to make a final decision on Mason Mount deal, as direct contacts will take place within 24 hours. As revealed yesterday. Good shout, Mo. By the way, last night. Understand. Will be face-to-face contact, and your Man United will be clear once again. They want to get it done for 55 million. Well done, Manchester United. Put your foot down, man. You're gonna get him. Don't overpay more than 55 million.
At the end, it's gonna be 57. You know
what? Keep him.
Like Chelsea are like, the difference is just 5 million, Cass.
I don't care. No,
get it done, bro.
No, it's not the point. The point is stop overpaying, put your foot down, and if you don't like it, go move on to another target. The whole point is don't succumb to what they want, right? Don't do it. You're supposed to be big club. You're meant to be going in a direction with new structure, new everything, right? Put your foot down. We're not overpaying for guys 1 year down, 1 year left on his deal, and he's not worth more than 55 million after the seasons he had. If he had a good season, I would be like, you know what? If Man United want him, go pay the 60 million. Don't do it. It's just like me going to the shop and I don't know, man. You go in a shop, you see something, you get lots of stuff in your basket, and in the end, it's like, this item's about 70 quid, about 20 quid. I might as well just go get it. And really and truly, you need that 20 quid, like Man United do. You need to get that 20 quid to go get some food shopping or something, or a takeaway for later. And now you're in trouble with the missus because you can't afford it. So that other deal that you want, oh my word, that extra 5 million, we could have used that in add-ons for another player. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't want it, Lewis. Lewis, leave us alone. We don't want the money. I don't even want him. Don't even want him. Trash, man. We're paying for trash. Badiashile is out for 4 months. Colwell has a clear route.
Good to know that.
That's it.
Fair enough. And if Rice is 120 million, then imagine the price of world's best DM in Rodri, who is 100 times better than Rice in every department. Minimum 500 million. Hey.
Well, Rodri's gone. He's probably the best DM or midfielder you're going to find in the Premier League. But 500 mil, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Inflated prices, and look, he's a point there. There's a point made there. Like the problem that you have in the Premier League is looking at quality midfielders that are available, but are in the Premier League, and it's few and far between. That elevates the price as well. You know what I mean? There's not much real estate out there for sale. But Rodri, look. No one can touch on Rodri. That guy's top notch.
We might as well touch on Man City. So they've turned their direction away from Declan Rice now, and they're looking at Gabri Veiga, another Newcastle target, and Liverpool target, by the way. But Liverpool were only very much interested in the guy, and you could say Newcastle as well. So this is another Newcastle target that might get poached. Szoboszlai to Liverpool, and now Gabri Veiga going to Man City. Spanish as well, so Pep Guardiola, it makes sense. And people don't know. I know there's some guys that haven't watched Gabri Veiga. Celta Vigo is one of my favorite teams to watch in La Liga. Anyways, right? And I'm not going to say I watched 10 games of him. I've watched about 6 games. And luckily for me, there were his better games as well. This guy's wicked. You love
to see it when Newcastle gets... when
you get them guys that come from South America, you get very excited. You don't know anything, but because you see that he's Argentinian or something, he's like the Perón guy, you get excited, think he's going to be wicked because you've seen Julian Alvarez work out, you've seen Enciso more than likely working out. This guy is going to be the future in Spain's team, right? Next to Pedri as the midfield 2. He's wicked. People don't understand this. He's wicked.
With a release clause of £35 million.
Still.
That says it all. That's a deal that should have been done and dusted. Like, I don't know what anyone's waiting for. £35 million. That's his release clause. Go and pay it. You're done. Talk to the player. And if Man City have actually turned their attention to him, if Liverpool and Newcastle aren't moving quick, it's already done.
Yeah, of course. All you got to do, like any team loves a release clause. Any team you can get a deal done quickly. And it's clear to see Man City's direction in who their targets are, right? They're targeting young players. Like they're trying to build for the future, right? So when Pep does the part, he's got these guys that are young, season them up for the next 2 seasons. You're ready to go. Whoever's the next manager, you're ready, It don't matter. Perone might be ready. Julian Alvarez is going to be a world beater. Gabri Veiga will be wicked. Like they'll like City's just, mate. It just screams. This kind of player screams City for me. Is like, if people don't know what kind of player is, imagine Szoboszlai. This guy plays quite the same. Hangs off the right hand side. Got a good goal in him or two. Likes to run in the box like Gundogan. By the way, people don't know this. He's got an engine. Recently, he's beefed up as well. Like you can see from 2 seasons ago compared to last season, you can see this guy's got a little bit taller, got a little bit stronger, and he's actually grown some PNP in his running as well. You know, so that's why I'm going to say he'd be very, very good as another option. I would say he'd be the next. People are going to call me crazy, but I would say this looks like the successor in future for De Bruyne.
Wow.
So De Bruyne is going to eventually go, right?
Yeah, of course, but that's big. That's
the way
big.
The way he hangs off, the way De Bruyne plays, the second striker kind of role off the right hand side. Gabri Veiga. I'm not saying he's going to be him, but he's
got tendencies. Similar tendencies.
I think he's got this succession rate for him after, because De Bruyne by then will be like what 33, 34 years old, you know, and I think that's definitely this goes to show how great this goes to show how great Man City's structure are. They're planning 2 years ahead, you know, so you got to rate it. You got to rate it. So yeah, man.
Big time, bro.
Yeah, I think it's going to be it. And you know, Pep that's a Spanish player, man. Come on, that's a Spanish player. Makes sense.
Yeah, but I haven't watched the guy, to be honest. So I didn't know a thing about the guy. Not even one thing. I'm not gonna say.
I know his price range,
and I know he scored. I know he scored 11 goals from midfield. So it's something you love to see. But do we want him to move to City? No. We don't want him getting stronger. I'm just honest.
Yeah.
I likes competition. Me too, bro. Me too.
No, I don't know. I don't know. This guy, I like the guy. I think he's wicked. And I don't know what.
You take him at United?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think you can mold him into any sort of player you want. That's the way I look at him. And I'm not, maybe I'm
what are United doing then?
United are basically, have you seen that Stewie? If anyone's Family Guy, Stewie runs up to a bunch of women. He says hello, and he starts running away again. That's Man United negotiations, you know. And he laughs hard and runs away. You know, do you get what I mean? So, I just, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just one of them.
Or not? Let's talk about Man United or no?
Making me sad.
Can we talk about Onana? Good news.
You're genuinely making me sad because my team actually might pay up 60 million for Mason Mount. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know anything about it. I'm seeing them buying Declan Rice. I'm seeing them going to get Gabri Veiga.
We paid £65 million for a Kia. All right, relax yourself.
No, but Tonali's going to Newcastle, and my team wants to end up with Mason Mount. At least had some way about them, right? To go, yeah, we got Shy Havertz, but guess what? We're gonna go get Declan Rice as well. Oh, amazing! Who you getting? Maybe just Mason Mount for the window. Oh, how many midfielders you need? Probably about 2 or 3 when you realistically think, oh, great.
You don't need 2 or 3 unless you pay. You sell them. You don't. You already have 6. Don't you have 6 midfielders? I get what you're saying. But you have to say you cannot go to next season with like 8 midfielders. It's not gonna work. Football doesn't work like this, and you know that. But it's a squad cast. You know what I'm talking about.
No. But
you need to let them go first before you add players.
One sec. You know who these 2 midfielders are? You know, Van der Beek, McTominay. One can't even get a game. The other one is just not good enough. And the other one, Fred, you don't know what the thing is. You could say Fred is like I'm going to compare. Like, I love Fred last season, but I'm going to compare him to being bipolar. 1 minute, you're going to get Brazilian Fred. The next one, you're getting Stockport Fred. I don't know which one.
I don't disagree with you. Listen, I never said that they're good enough. The problem is they are still in the book on the books. That's my problem. I agree with you. The 3 of them need to go. McTominay, Van der Beek, and Fred, they need to go, and you need to replace them with another 3 to go for Champions League next year.
This club is called Manchester United, and for the last decade or so, you could say, the signings you make so much sense, Mo. Well, my club doesn't understand sense.
You had Yuri Tielemans going out there on free, and you guys didn't move on him. I wanted him at Arsenal.
I don't think Ten Hag liked him. I don't think Ten Hag liked him. I don't think Ten Hag wanted him.
I don't know, just go get me Gravenberch or something like that. Just get me someone.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they said they let every single manager down since Alex Ferguson, from Moyes all the way to Ole.
No, they even let Alex Ferguson down. Do you know who we replaced Ronaldo with? Valencia, Michael Owen, Obertan.
Yeah, they let they say always the manager asks for a player, they go get an alternative, and now that alternative ends up with the next manager. Anyway, this is for a different show.
Yeah, Tielemans is arse and cheeks, man. Never.
Anyway, so let's talk about the positives and the negatives for Man United, because people want to talk about Onana to Man United. So Mason Mount I think it's going to end up being 56, 57 in between the demand from Chelsea 60 and Manchester United offering of 55. So I think it's going to be 50 plus 8 plus 7 in bonuses instead of 50 plus 5.
I'll take that.
It's not bad because Chelsea now are willing to take 60. So now you're going to offer 57, 58. I don't know why they have to sit at the table. They could just do it over the phone. It's so easy. Yeah, you want 60. I want to pay 55. Let's do 57 and a half. It's simple
SMS.
like that. Yeah, something like this. A text message. Oh, Onana, Man United are expected to put a bid in, an actual official offer this week. That's the reports coming from Italy and England. How much? We don't know. The reports are saying from Italy that Inter want 60 total, which is 60 plus bonuses. Man United want to pay 50. No?
Euro. Price. You know, it's 43 million pounds Inter are holding out for, and you know this. DiMarzio said it himself. Come on.
I thought yesterday Inter said not 60 million pounds, 60 million euros.
Come on, Mo. Come on.
Let me do it.
Bring that.
I'm reading reports here. That Inter apparently are holding up for 60 million euros, but Red Devils
I'm an idiot sitting here saying that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the Red Devils, Manchester United are saying 45 to 50. That's what we're offering. Hard ball.
Come on, Mo. 45 to 50.
45 to 50, that's a steal. You can get me for 45 to 50. I'll go be a goalie for you.
I'll get you for 45 to 50.
We'll put you on stilts. You'll be right.
50, I'll be a goalie for you. Come on.
I mean, you can probably do a better job than Van der Beek in the midfield, to be fair, Mo. You actually know what? You might be right, Mo. You're actually low center of gravity type player. We need you. We need balance.
No, but seriously, 45. Are you really offering 45 million euros? Manchester United are taking the piss.
Why not?
50. Your 45 to 50 here. 50
euros.
Brozovic is 15 million pounds. Why should I overpay when Brozovic, one of the best DMs you could say?
Yeah, because Brozovic wants to go for the contract of 30 million euros a year. That's a difference.
Anana is on 3 million euros per week. We can offer him.
It's his fault. He signed up. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him, and we signed him for 5 years. Come on.
You got to remember something, Mo. You owe us Lukaku money still.
What does that have to do with this?
What do you mean what it's got to do? You can use that as your barter.
Well, you're putting out our dirty secrets out there.
Exactly. And apparently,
stop that.
Manchester United fans, we are meant to meet with your representatives on Friday.
At least with Inter, he has a chance to win the league next year. Maybe go to the Champions League final. Do you think if he goes to you win the league?
Wait, what? A goalkeeper?
Yeah.
No.
Are you crazy, bro?
So he stays with us. He wins the league next year.
I'm done. End it.
You can't argue that. It hurts, man.
We can't end it.
You have Man City. We don't have Man City in our league. It's
just end it. Anyway, the goalkeeper does not make you win. No, they can be a reason why you can win the league, but Man United
I thought Alisson is one of the reasons Liverpool won the league.
Man United need like 5. Yeah, but they got like Van Dijk within the same season. They not or something like that.
Lisandro Martinez. I thought they hold him up here.
Man United need a squad. We barely have good enough first team 11 players. If we're deep in it, you need a first team 11-8. Right, you need a first team 11-9. You need a first team 11 number 1. You know this, and then you got every other area to cover. You know when you get knackered.
I said Lisandro in the same sentence as Van Dijk. I think that's a criminal offense.
No, it's not. Van Dijk's overrated, anyways. But what's it called? Yeah, man, take that aura and shove it up your ass. Other than that, James Maddison looks like he's going to sign for Tottenham Football Club.
What?
It's done. I'm pretty sure it's done, isn't it? It's done and dusted. That's finished.
Oh,
They
so
got
let me ask you
themselves. They
something,
got themselves a
guys.
bargain.
Someone,
Yeah.
I think Terry tweeted yesterday something that is Terry. Is it Terry? Something that makes a lot of sense. He said, "Do you think James Maddison will go to Spurs if he knows that Harry Kane is leaving? Do you think this is related at all?
I don't think he matters. He's staying. We all know he's
You
staying.
don't think it? No, Harry
no,
Kane. Bayern Munich are upping up their offer to 80 million pounds.
Nah, it would play a factor, but when you look at his options, I don't think Newcastle are heavily in for him no more. He's in the Championship currently, and the only other team that are actually in for him is Tottenham Football Club. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's gonna be. And maybe Tottenham have got other plans. We don't know this. Tottenham could have sold him a good plan, like we're building a team around you. You still got this player, that player. We're looking to get that player. It could be that thing, you know. Harry Kane, I reckon, is going to end up staying there anyways.
For a year.
Bayern Munich are not going to fork up to 100 million. Like we said, Daniel Levy isn't getting out of bed for 100 million. Okay. I wouldn't get out of bed for 100 million for Kane either. Like what 60? I look at it's like looking at your phone and going back to sleep. Like, oh, what's the fun now? Going back to sleep.
To be honest, I think let's just be objective now. Maddison, for me, is one of the best number 10s in the league, one of the best attacking midfielders in the league. Every time I'm watching this guy, I'm enjoying his football. Very positive player, likes to drive with the ball, can play free kicks, can pass the ball, can finish. And I think he adds a lot to Spurs. I think if he goes to Spurs, he elevates their game. He takes them to a next level. He takes them to a next. So I'm being serious now. No banter, no trolling. He takes them to the next level. I thought he would go for someone that will play Champions League football this year, not next year. I think it would go for Newcastle or something. But again, Newcastle weren't in for him. That's my understanding, because they can't spend that much money on him. I was listening to the reporter for the Daily Mail yesterday, the Northeast reporter, and he said that they're not in for Maddison because of the money. They want to finish the Tonali deal first. So I think Spurs just beat them to Maddison. I love Maddison. I think he deserves the England national team starting place ahead of Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips when they played in the Euro, but he didn't play there. Spurs are moving good. If they get him for 40 million, I think that's a steal, because he is worth way more than this. He is 26 years old, if I'm not mistaken, so he's still on that peak of his career. I think that puts, which is going to sound strange, but that puts Spurs back in the picture. Signing someone like this behind Harry Kane, he elevates everybody's game.
You got to think as well.
Christian Eriksen replacement finally.
No, they need more.
He's a better 10 than Christian Eriksen. He's a better 10.
But they needed someone to come in and to take that role. They never had that since Eriksen has gone, and now
they need another centre mid. They need a proper centre mid next to Basuma. Basuma DM, get a centre mid that can do your box to box. I know they're looking at the Hatata.
Yeah, Bentancur, my friend.
Yeah, but he might not come. He's just come back from ACL. He might not be the same player.
What about Højbjerg? You don't like Højbjerg?
No, he's not good, man. He'll be a backup he won't. I don't think he'll suit Angie's system. And you got to remember, Maddison will have flying fullbacks this time. He has Jed Spence, young flying fullbacks. Pedro Porro can only adapt to the league a little bit better, and they got Udigi, who I think he's going to. I don't know what to expect from him, but they can't. They've been playing with Ben Davies and Perisic on the left. Surely he does much better. They just got that keeper Vicario as well. You know, someone. Lloris is horrible.
Oh, you got Weaving, man. He's shocking.
Maddison is not injury prone. He played 32 games last season, and I think he might be over it. He might be over his injury worries from before. Same thing with Harry Kane. And if James Maddison is to play with Harry Kane and Son and Kulusevski, who they signed as well, they're about to get another centre back, looking like Mickey van der Ven or maybe Tapsoba. They need another centre back. They have a decent team. They have a good team brewing. That's all I'm gonna say. As much as you want to deny it, but they got something going on there. They got something. They're looking like
Jed Spence is not even in the picture. There is Emerson Royal and Pedro Porro. I know you guys like Jed Spence.
He's gonna, but he had a good seat. Even on loan, he had a good.
I get what he's, but where is he gonna play? Emerson
Royal is not going to play. He's not going to play.
Are you serious though? You think Emerson Royal is not gonna be the second fiddle to? I don't like Emerson Royal. He's garbage. But I'm going off last year.
He's the worst fullback in the league.
Yeah, I
Jed Spence is much better than this guy.
Emerson I never Royal watched Jed Spence.
He's cheeks.
You said he had a good year last year. He played 8 times only in Ligue 1.
No.
Only 8 games, guys.
Yeah, good games.
This doesn't make it. He played 500 minutes in Ligue 1. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
he's gonna have to take an opportunity.
Yeah, no, but
he's gonna have to take
he
an
has
opportunity.
two
That's it.
fullbacks ahead of him. Come on, guys. I know Emerson Real is shit. I
Yeah,
don't.
he's
Okay,
rubbish.
not, I think Emerson Real isn't a good player, but
Royale
Spence-
is no good.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but Jet
Even if
Spence
so,
still hasn't played Jet Spence.
Yeah, but I think the way Ange plays with his fullbacks going high, there is no way
Emerson
he's going to
Real
be playing with
is in
Emerson
that
Royale.
team.
Royale is
Anyway.
arse and cheeks. He's no good. Yes, he had a good season for Royale. He had a good season for himself.
He had an okay season. I wouldn't say a good season. It's just
For
No, I
himself.
think for a while, even Doherty got ahead of him. So anyway,
dude, he's not a good player, Emerson Royale. He isn't. I
I'm
thought
not-
I used to say whoever chose this guy as a kid instead of the next kid in the trials in Brazil, the under 10 should get fired or should go to jail. I said
I
that.
can't. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when I looked at Chicken Royale and I think about when I was young and fit, the younger and fit, shall I say, and all that kind. I look at it and I think like, bro, I can definitely do a better job than this guy. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, just the awareness of him, his awareness alone is so shocking. It makes me wonder, how have you made it?
Yeah,
How have you made it?
like you.
there's a lot of players like this.
There's a lot of players out there. I look at even guys I know now that are playing football right now. I'm thinking, oh, I know Premier League's a high standard, but
How did Dunzo Dumfries make it as a professional player?
Dumfries gets goals in professional games, to be fair.
Did these?
But yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you for everybody that stuck with us tonight. We got an absolutely fantastic debate tonight at 10 UK time. Watch out for that one because it will be so much fun and you will like it. It's going to be different. It's going to be new. Something probably nobody's talking about now, but we will talk about it. Give me that 400 likes, guys. It's only 30 likes away from 400. So the like button look like this. It's free. And thanks for Osiguna. Check his channel in the description. Of course, go give him a like. Go give him a subscribe. And you're going to enjoy his content. Honest Guna. Honest Arsenal fan. We'll tell you everything about it. But go give him a subscription. I want to thank me for waking up early and doing this show. I woke up early and did this.
You're taking my line.
It's Snoop Dogg line. It's not your line.
It's my line. I say I want to thank
Snoop
myself.
Dogg said it before
I always
you.
say I want to I want to thank myself. You're taking my line.
I'm quoting Snoop Dogg. I want to thank me. Was that anyway? Okay, thank you, Cass. Go ahead with your line.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
You just took it.
You just ruined it. You just ruined
I
it,
just
man.
ruined his outro.
You just ruined the whole show. All this for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. You will be back at 10 p.m.
Oh.